guys don't wear white. They don't wear white. They don't wear white. They don't wear white.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Breakfast and BS with Vince and Friends. I'm your host, Vincent Rain, and right in front of me is my co-host, Sergio Sanchez. We got producer Virgil with us, and Mr. One Pancake, Jonathan Lowe.
Got 3. How dare you?
But one time he has 3.
I also still prefer breakfast with an asshole.
Oh, nobody prefers that, Lowe.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
we are here in beautiful La Mesa, California, the jewel of the hills, at our favorite restaurant, Sanafani's. And, right now, we'd like to start off with...
What sucks this week?
What sucks this week? Jonathan Lowe, would you like to start us off? He's chewing. We are having breakfast. I'll start. You know what? Again, I had a pretty decent week. Except for I was driving and I went to make a right-hand turn. I took it a little wider because there was somebody standing on the curb. I didn't know what the hell they were going to try to do. And there was nobody in front of me in the left lane oncoming, but some lady pulled up while I was parking in, and then she just decided to cuss me out for some weird reason, even though I was already back in my lane, driving away. Like, there was no way in hell we were gonna touch her or anything. It's just, I was like, hey, fuck you.
You made her have to think
Yeah.
for a minute about actually navigating in her vehicle.
Yeah, so I'm like,
How
okay,
dare you.
That's a nice way to start my Wednesday. Virg, you got anything?
I have a few things. I mean, at work, there was a woman who I'd worked with since I got there. We actually worked up with another company, and really nice, sweet lady. The problem was she just had some personality conflicts with another coworker, which later became her manager, and that's never a fun thing. And then so, since that, they've been kind of piling up some stuff to drive her out, and then finally Monday, she talks to me and my other friend, my other coworker, who we worked really close with her because we did a bunch of great projects together, and it was a good team. And when we didn't have anything, make something out of nothing, and she put in her resignation on Monday, and it was kind of sad because we, for the people who didn't know, it was like, oh, she's just moving on to something else. For us, we knew it was something behind the scenes that just wasn't right, So I'm kind of sad about that. And then maybe someone will fill on the other thing, but anyway. And this year's just been really horrible for deaths of many, many, many stars and things like that. So,
yeah.
When I say stars, I mean these are people who are original of their own species, and it's we need to really honor these people because they made a lot of contributions, even though they may be light or whatever. They made a lot of people happy. So, anyway, that was me.
So, what sucks this week for Johnny Lowe? Well, last night I get a text message from my good friend, Breaker of Asses, Gibran Guida. And where is he? He's with my friend, Top Down Sergio Sanchez, building a computer. Was I informed? Nope. And suddenly, the Breaker of Asses is talking about he's wearing Command Red. You know what sucks about this? Is he now has a better computer than me. This cannot stand. 2,
So that means you're gonna upgrade?
might have to take it out of the wedding fund.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
But you don't even play your computer now anymore.
That's just because I don't have time, and that's besides the point.
Look, Vince, for a true gamer, it doesn't matter if you have time to play the games, right?
As long as you have the system to do it. Okay.
And by the time you get back down the plane, it's already gonna be time to upgrade again.
Shut up.
Okay, so
What else sucks? I'm still being forced to do a test for certification at my company. And
You got to certify now? It's been like
I have
freaking.
I have to certify in 3 months. It's a new policy that's being instituted by the credit card networks.
Really? For Security Plus?
No, not for Security Plus. I have to do some stupid
For
visa.
PCI compliance or something?
Yep, I have to do a Visa QIR certification.
Oh, that sounds like a pain in the fucking ass.
Oh yeah, I have to work on it at work while I'm at work.
Well, that's good. At least you don't have to waste your fucking free time on that shit.
So I have to watch these PowerPoint slides while I'm at work, answering phones, and study during that time. There's no like allotted time for me to study it. I just have to roll with it. So I could be on a slide and then a phone call comes up on, and I could be on that for like an hour, and then have to go back. So that
Sounds wonderful.
Oh yeah,
Instead of dedicated training time. Sweet.
yeah. There is no dedicated training time.
Didn't you say also
Yeah.
too that there's no sound in the videos or something like that?
Yeah, so it's like YouTube style videos with PowerPoints.
Oh, so but there's like a transcript of like the dialogue?
No,
Oh.
there's like
I've seen those, are
PowerPoints,
horrible.
and I
And
don't
like
have any
the,
sound.
The bad guy looks like the freaking Hamburglar from McDonald's.
Yeah, but there's no sound on my computer, and
Oh,
I will
yeah.
not be given sound because I need to answer the phone. So
yeah. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
yeah, great. So I miss out on whatever the instructor is saying in the course. So yay! So I'm not too happy about that. Third, I think I'm pretty miserable at work right now. I'm beginning to know how you felt at Sony, and I cannot stop thinking about just picking up and taking off to Thailand for a month.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking towards getting some sort of remote work going.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna fly an RC car?
yes,
Awesome.
that's the plan.
Nice.
He's gonna drone into work.
That'd be awesome.
And that's it for me this week. Serge.
Well, I think that's a good segue for me anyway. This week sucked. There's been a few, it's been actually a slew of shitty weeks recently, but I guess thanks to help my buddy Johnny Lowe kind of making me realize, put things in perspective, like, usually most people at this level do, and that's, I'm, at the least I can say that I'm being the architect of my own destiny right now, I've taken charge, and it's been rough. It's been really rough, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, I'm making moves to try to do something for myself as opposed to just sitting in a cube. And John, you're a smart guy, man. You have a lot to freaking offer the world, and sometimes you just got to get your head straight, man. For me, if I was continuing to just with the routine, it would have been easy. You know what I mean? I was, it's a paycheck. I had benefits. You know what I mean? It's all this shit that looks good on paper, right? Your W-2 looks great. The problem is there's more to life than that, and I'm realizing that now. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? All I can say, man, is hang in there, man. Do it as long as you feel like you're getting something out of it. And I don't just mean a paycheck. Once you get to the point where you've learned everything that you feel that you can learn there, or it's just becoming more of a hassle than it's worth, it's time to move on, brother. Try to find something else and line something else up. At least make sure that you're financially soluble, which is probably the mistake that I made at the end. You know what I mean? Before. But sometimes you just got to take a leap. And yes, this week sucked, and it's been a few shitty weeks, but ultimately in my heart, I'm optimistic, and because I'm not just sitting wasting away in a cube. So, Vince.
Well, I quickly tried to choke down my English muffin because I didn't know how long Sergio's rant was going to take. No offense, Sergio.
Was it really a rant though?
No.
It's actually a very positive
Lifting
spin
message.
on Suck It. There you go.
Yeah. I wasn't really planning on getting on this topic because I don't have it in my notes, but I'd like to talk about it.
You have notes?
Yes, I'm prepared. I am a semi-professional.
No. Usually things are designed beforehand.
Your notes are just stick figures. I'm looking at them right now.
Right here, dumbass.
Too bad.
Anyways, as I call him dumbass, I'm showing him my phone where I have my notes.
There's no phone.
That's a lie, god damn it. And as I use the Lord's name in vain constantly, I'd like to talk a little bit about faith. I went to go see a psychic yesterday, and I'm kind of want to keep some of that stuff to myself, but I will share this. You know, it just reminded me about faith. I was raised Roman Catholic, and I'm not really practicing now. I mean, it's Sunday, and I'm here at breakfast. I like what it instilled in me. You know, I think of it as a guideline, not a to-do.
Yeah.
To be a good person, just kind of lay the groundwork and.
Not a to-do to the death.
Yeah. And,
It's not a checklist, right?
and just like how my faith has changed over the years. You know, yes, I was light a candle and all that, and now I'm not. But I have faith in my family. I have faith in my friends. I know that if I need either or, they will come running to the best of their ability to help me out.
Yeah.
And I truly appreciate that in this world. So to all my family and friends, I say thank you. And I have faith in you. And, you know, not to sound a little cheesy, I love you guys. And I love you, audience, for taking the time to listen to me rant and be a little melodramatic.
A little.
Listen, Mr. One Pancake.
That was
I've got 3, 2 now.
that was nice, Vince. And I think one of the reasons why I enjoy being here every Sunday and doing this podcast is because it really helps put things in perspective for me. You know, never underestimate the power of your friends and your family. And here's the thing that I've also learned: family is not necessarily blood. You know, your family is what you make it. So if you feel like you don't have a support network, you know, find one. You know what I mean? There's people out there that think like you do. It took a long time to put together this council of elders here at this table. Some more older than others. Shut up, Vince. You know,
I'm
but
just a skeleton.
yeah, but it's just
Overseeing.
we just got a picture of the Crypt Keeper over here to represent Virgil.
He will destroy us all.
So, you know, it's good. You know, it's a positive spin. You know, every time I come in here and sit down and we're setting up, you know, I just you know start venting, and invariably, you know, it makes me feel better. So we hope that we can put a positive spin on stuff for you guys too, because we know it's probably shitty for a lot of you out there.
And it is Super Bowl Sunday, and it's a lot quieter than usual. People are getting ready for their Super Bowl parties, which is nice because you can hear all of us. Kind of to piggyback off of what Vince said. You know, I've had actually a lot of pretty storied history with religion and things like that, and you know, you got to look at the big picture about a lot of things. You know, you should use religion as a guideline,
A barometer, right?
As something
Kind
to
of.
as something to look inward, also to help people who lost their way or something like that. But you should never use that as an avenue for your own selfish reasons, because I mean, really the person you should really be worrying about is yourself, and how you can feel confidence in yourself. And then so when you get to that point, like, okay, I think I know what I want to do with life, or I know what I want to do with myself, and then you pass the buck. You try to lift people up to your level, or not to your level, but where your happiness is, or your satisfaction.
Yeah.
Because if then that's how you spread the love. And really, I mean, you can spout out Bible verses or things from Kabbalah or whatever it is. I mean, but in all, we're all humans, and we need to respect each other, and also educate yourself, because if you try to make blanket statements about other religions or whatever like that,
Without knowing anything?
yeah, without not knowing anything, you're not an expert in that, and so you shouldn't be commenting on something you don't know. And if you don't know, go out and find out the truth.
Yeah.
So in that way, if you can adapt to life, then that makes you a better person. If you just stay in a hole or in a box, whatever it is, you're not going to go anywhere. So reach out, touch faith, or and reach out to people who are knowledgeable and who are good people, and that's basically the people around this table. So, and I do appreciate everyone coming here every Sunday.
I'm a good person.
Yeah, you
Remember
are a
this.
good person. Yeah.
Lowe.
am.
There you go, feeding his ego again.
I have no
His
ego.
head's just
I
gonna
am
balloon up and pop.
no ego. I am damn near sainthood. I have no ego.
Oh Lord.
You know what's interesting, Virgil, is that I was always raised with wherever you are, whatever situation you're in, try to leave it better than the way you found it. And so I was always raised at home. Just if you go into a room and there's something on the ground, pick it up, put it away. You know what I mean? Because it gives a sense of everybody kind of pulling, you know what I mean, in the same direction. And I apply the same logic to my relationships too. You know what I mean? Whomever I find, no matter how shitty of a situation I find myself in, if somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, I need this or that," I try to do my best to oblige. Or not even wait for them to ask. Sometimes I'll be proactive about it. It's a little bit harder now, just due to time constraints, but it's really not as hard as people, try to make things out. You know what I mean? It's like you just try, just help, just be there. You know what I mean? So many people just focus on themselves and just expect someone to come and rescue them. You know what I mean? It's like all of us here, we all support each other, but we're also busting our asses. Everybody in their own respective ways to try to move forward. So I think that's the thing. You can't carry somebody 100%, but when somebody's willing to fight for it, it's easier for you to be able to help them too. So
Oh yeah. You got to meet halfway at least.
yeah, exactly.
I'm reminded of some great words that really speak into the situation. Where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods? Where is the street white Hercules to fight for rising odds?
Shrek 2.
Or that. From there too. Yeah, why not? Bonnie Tyler, but that's beside the point.
Very nice.
And
guys.
changing it up, I'd like to, let you kind of see into us for a little bit by having each of us go around and make a suggestion that kind of always speaks to us. Call it a guilty pleasure. I'm trying to get rid of the guilty pleasure label, because if you enjoy it, it truly is a pleasure, regardless of what people think. And I'm trying not to be ashamed of that anymore. Like I just quoted Bonnie Tyler. I mean, I love that song. So, I'd like us to go around, either name a song or a movie. It could be popular or little well known, I don't care. Just, something that speaks to you. Like one of my favorite movies of all time, Masters of the Universe by the great thespian Dolph Lundgren. I loved it as a kid, I love it as an adult. That's my I just got a concussion and I need something to set me straight movie.
Good journey.
Yeah, it's a good journey. It's a good journey. Serge, you got one?
Yeah, I mean, I like a good war flick, but I think probably, and I also like sci-fi. So 100% I have to say my guilty pleasure are the Aliens movies, any of them, especially Aliens. James Cameron, you are amazing. That movie is something that I can watch every single day and I won't get tired of it. And I just think it's this combination of, military, futuristic stuff, that I'm very much,
Michael Biehn in his prime, man.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah, definitely.
That was the height of his powers.
The fact that it was one of the first movies where you had a female, heroine, or just like a big blockbuster Hollywood movie. Sigourney Weaver, amazing. Just a great movie, man. Just one of those classics, one of those ones that I hope that one day I can share, with my kids, and I hope they enjoy it as much as I do, because it just had a huge impact on me. I don't know what it is. It's just
Original or extended edition?
The director's cut.
Oh,
for
director's
sure.
cut.
And those of you out there in the audience that haven't seen the director's cut,
Of Alien
please
or
do.
Aliens?
Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 20 to 30 minutes of extra footage in there that makes the movie
So much better.
that much better.
Wow. I gotta
So
remember that.
yeah, I have to say Aliens. I love the whole franchise. I love science fiction. I love military stuff. So that combination was just a real sweet spot for me.
Virg, you got a song or movie?
I have been training martial arts for 23 years and stuff like that. And
Kung
there's
Fu
this-
fighting.
No, that's not the song. Yeah, it's like
Appreciate it.
this movie always gets me because it kind of encompasses a lot of humanity and
Big Trouble in Little China.
almost, but that's got gods in it, so I can't go that one. Okay, so actually it's Best of the Best, the original one.
Nice.
And that one always get I think when I first saw it, I was in middle school. Junior high, and I think I was just kind of like, oh, but then the ending was just what got me. And so ever since then, it's because I'm also a huge Fist of North Star fan, and a lot of that manga is about forgiveness. And so at the end of Best of the Best, and I won't spoil it for you, but it was just really heartwarming because it really showed
That movie, like 30 years old, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You could spoil,
But it's
I'm sure
you
people
know,
have
but
seen
it's 80s perfection. It actually has Sean Penn's younger brother. What's his name?
William or something?
No, it's
Michael Penn? No, that's the singer.
no.
It's his brother, but
Yep,
it's a singer.
he's a Penn brother.
The one that passed away.
Yeah, the larger.
Yeah.
Anyway, he.
Oh, okay.
I think his last thing he did was Rush Hour or something like that. Anyway, so has him in it. Has
I hope not.
James Earl Jones.
Nothing against Rush Hour. I love
James
it.
Earl Jones. You have Darth Vader in that movie, so come on, it's good. So that's probably one of my top martial arts movies because it's got a lot of heart in it too. I mean, really good 80s montage. But yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it.
Well, you guys are all bringing up really awesome movies because I love them all, and I guess I'm gonna try and go the complete opposite direction. But there's a lot of movies in each one of those genres that speak to me. But I'm gonna choose something else besides the obvious Star Wars. I mean, I have really fond memories of that, but I'm gonna go the complete other direction again. I'm gonna go that a movie that really speaks to me is Moulin Rouge with Ewan McGregor. I'm a big fan of the concept of love conquers all and everything like that. And I just have to say it's a fantastic movie. I love watching it. I got a couple people here into it.
I liked it before I moved in with.
Took some
before we
convincing
lived.
for me, but
Now, if only I could get my girlfriend or my fiance to watch it. I'm just gonna trick her into it one day.
You know what you gotta do? You just gotta start playing the soundtrack around the house.
Right?
That way,
Right.
like, it gets into her head so she wants to see it.
Exactly.
Subtle manipulation.
And I've
Best
just
way to
gotta
have a happy
say,
relationship.
Ewan McGregor, you were amazing.
Surprise.
Please reprise your role as Obi-Wan Kenobi somehow. I just want you back. I don't know how you're gonna do it. Force Ghost.
he might during Star Wars Rogue because that takes
Flashback.
place before.
Flashback. Please, Ewan McGregor.
Oh, yeah, Rogue. It takes place during.
Before A New Hope.
Yeah.
And that's my movie that I'm going with.
That's good, Lowe. That's good.
It's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Thank you for bringing it out of the 80s, you know what I mean, a little bit.
Well, there's too many good movies in the 80s.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
I agree.
Many.
I was wondering whether or not we were just going to go for the hat trick there with you, or
While we're speaking about great 80s movies, I want to talk about one I've always felt was overrated. E.T. Just, I've never been into it. Just always like, alright.
I liked it. I mean,
Maybe you
I'll
should
do-
eat some Campbell's soup to warm your cold dead heart.
I don't know. I'll have to say
Same thing as
maybe
Lowe.
no. Of the very underrated movie, although I only saw maybe 5 minutes of it, Samurai Cop.
Samurai. I've
Oh,
never seen
Lord.
that. That
Oh.
sounds incredibly beautiful.
It
sounds like exactly the movie you would expect
was
to be.
it was a great 2 scenes of Samurai Cop, who's in a leather jacket and a mullet. Not at all samurai, or maybe a cop,
It's a modern samurai.
or
How dare you.
he could be a private eye,
Hey,
whatever.
he's a cop, but he's also a samurai, so he follows his own rules.
Okay.
So far, it's
and
amazing.
so well,
He's a
no,
samurai
no,
on the edge.
No, I saw the scene of him trying to pick up on a nurse, and it was just like, yeah, not a samurai.
All right. Well, that's about all the time we have for this episode of Breakfast in BS. I'd like to thank my friends Sergio Sanchez, Jonathan Lowe, and our producer Virgil. You can find Sergio Sanchez on Facebook at Sergio Sanchez, Jonathan Lowe at Jonathan Lowe
Delicious Low
Facebook. Oh, Delicious Low Shizzle on Facebook.
Are you
And-
serious?
Yeah, remember when we had the pimp name generator? That's why my Facebook is.
Yours was the best
at,
one.
At Delicious Low Shizzle.
Oh,
And like and follow Virgil's band Still Ill at Facebook, Still Ill San Diego,
Or still.net.
or still-ill.net. And you can find me on Facebook, but I actually do
On any corner.
a lot. Yeah, that too.
Trying to give it away.
I'm actually on my Instagram a lot more at Maldecilo1904, and also on Twitter. So, thank you very much. I'll get the check.